Hello, 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 everybody. This is Christine Bertram, and I am coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. It's the first live for me for the month. It is August 7th today. My mom was in a couple days ago. She's my calendar fairy, I guess you could say. She flutters around the Hive and she changes all my calendars. And so she had changed my calendar, which is awesome. I think she has it down to a science. There are probably about 20 calendars around the room that I keep making calendar cards, and every year we swap out the calendars, and then every month my mom goes around and changes them. So that was exciting. I am a few minutes tardy. My dad called me right as I was running back in here because I had to go upstairs to get I had to go back to the house to get my glasses. My dad was calling. He's helping me work on planning the layout for the new craft room upstairs. Yes, this is exciting stuff. I got overwhelming and exciting at the same time. So hi Randy, hi Susan, there's Deanne, and our senior adventures from the road. Hello to who you are. And Deanne Dawn, I know, isn't it crazy? I was with Deanne on Saturday for Jenna's stamp camp, so I got to meet Deanne. Yay! Hi Donna Grushke, hi Debbie. There's Barbara and Eileen. Hi Sherry. Hi Mary Jo Stoll. Whew! Sherry got her order in yesterday, and I know what that means, and the countdown has begun. Yay! Whoop whoop! I love it, Sherry. That's exciting stuff. Hi Melanie, and there is Jet, and hi, Sandy Wicklander. Okay, so we got the gang here, about 22 people watching. I'm excited. It's a Wednesday afternoon. I don't generally go live in the afternoons very much, and so I am usually the first Wednesday of the month is when we do share a recipe, create a card, and inspire others, and we'll get to that momentarily. I do have the recipe card here. Is from Lisa LaFramboise, and it is already saved out in my event on it's not on Facebook. The event, I didn't put it out there yet, but it is on my event in my website. And it's also was included in the email that I sent earlier this week. So I looked at it, you guys. I love it. It's an easy one. There's not much verbiage on here, and there's a little bit back here. So I'm not overly concerned about this one. I don't think it's going to overwhelm me, which is good. I need that right now. I need easy cards. Just like you guys probably. Easy cards are amazing when you need cards in a fast pinch. And this one, I read through it. I'm like, oh, I think this will be a nice, easy layout. We'll get to it momentarily, but you guys know that you're in the right spot. We have that class today. Hi, Mary. And thanks for liking and sharing, Melanie. I appreciate that. Hi, Donna. Yay. We're stamping soon. Hi, Sue Booth. Hi, Suzanne. And all right, just a little update, you guys. I have not been live with you. It feels like forever. I just don't know where these days have been going. You probably think my life is a whirlwind in a good way. I am an overly busy person. It's so funny when I talk to people. They're like, wow, you have the craziest schedule of them all. I don't know how you keep it all straight. And that's generally how it goes. And I think that sometimes that can turn people off, but I know that that's not always the case, but that's the story of my life. I was looking at the calendar. We were live last week, Monday, and Kelly did paper. So last week, Monday was the 29th, and we're already on Wednesday. Wow. Okay. So it's been a little while. Lots of things have transpired since last week, Monday, the last time we talked. I think if I put it out there, hi, Mary Schreiber. Yes, and it was a great weekend. It certainly was. And I just realized I was going to share all the projects we made at Jenna's Stamp Camp, and they are up in my craft, I shouldn't say that. They're up in my guest bedroom, which is now my mock craft room, which I'll talk about in a minute. Hi, Linda Kester. And we had a great time making all those projects, but we haven't been live for 10 days, and a lot has transpired since then. And I want to give you guys an update on where we're at. I think if I asked for a vote on who wants to see this, I think everybody would vote, yep, do an impromptu live, which I'll do sometime either today or tomorrow. I'm going to go up to the gutted craft room and share with you what's going on. It was not my intention to have a new craft room. It was the least thing that I was thinking about, was making myself a bigger space. And about 3 months ago, Tyler said to me, well, we're re-siding, re-windowing, and re-roofing the downstairs of a 3 Seasons room that we have. Hi, Mimi. he's like, would you like to see if you can build up and then break out the wall to my craft room and double my craft room? Because I was in a 10 by 10 room, or let's say a 10 by 12 room. And now I have about a 20 by 20. Oh, I have a map right here. Oh man, 20 by 12 and a half. So it over doubled my craft. It's going to, it's in the process. So you guys, if you have been watching me a while and know like what I've been going through this year, we came out of the Winter Creative Escape. We rolled into a benefit, big benefit, and then went to Mexico, broke my foot, came out of that. Now it's been 12 weeks. My foot, I was telling people today, it's probably at about 88 to 90%. I'm starting to walk on it normally, which means putting my foot down and actually putting pressure on the, the pad. And so that's good. So finally coming out of that, and it's crazy to think that happened the end of April and now it's already into August and it's been that long, but crazy. So that's buttoning up. And about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, we started working on a remodel project. Finishing up this right here, we added on 4 years ago, all of this stuff in here. The hive was what we call it. That got added on in 2020. And I had refinanced to make this happen. And I included in the refinance a chunk of change that was going to be used to do the last part of the project, which is the siding, the windows, the roof of the other area. And that money's been sitting there. You guys, it's crazy. Money's been sitting there. I've been paying interest on it for 4 years and never did anything with it. And now with Sarah Douglas coming out and Wounded Warrior Speaker coming out and having this huge benefit with people coming over, we might have about 75 to 100 people here that day, would be my guess, if I had to guess accordingly. It might not be that much, but maybe at least 75. We wanted to button things up. And so it kind of like lit a fire under our butts to, let's get the concrete done out here. We have black tarp all the way back here so the weeds don't come up. So it's like, that's going to get fixed and like finished. We're doing the room. We expanded the driveway like we've been talking about for 3 years. And so all that's happening. And that started 3 weeks ago. So I roll out of one thing to the next thing. And that's just the story of the life. But I want to keep you guys, when I did this 4 years ago, I was sharing everything along the way. And for those that don't really care about it, I apologize that I'm feeding you stuff that you don't care about, but there are a lot of people who do care. And I'm concerned about the people who care. And I want to share with you because my hive and my team that come here and the people who take classes with me, I like to share that with them because I treat this as it's like their space and you guys are my community and I like to share with you what's going on because it's ours is how I look at it. So now I have a couple pictures that I'll share with you so that you can kind of see what we've been working on the last week and a half. And I am trying to think here how far back I need to go. So I'm going to flip the camera down just to share with you guys. And it might not be as easy to see, but this is the room below here is what we tore it down to the base and then built it back up. And that is not a door, you guys. It's really not a door. We had a cavity there left with where there's a window to put sheetrock in there. And so we had the guys deliver the sheetrock. And then that's after the window. That's what it looks like now. There's a window up there. Yay. Okay. And then this is the wall. This was my current craft room. So some of you have been here in the hive. You know, I love purple. I love tan and cream color. So that was a little bit darker of a purple wall than what's in here. But that was the original window that went to the outside. Okay, so this is, I think, before. And then that's the back side. So this is the little space that I had. It was like in an attic type thing and space like that. That's where I had all my sample cards up there. This is the empty version. And hang on, there we got cards. And then Tyler put up plastic for me so that my closet didn't get all full of concrete dust and the house doesn't get full of concrete dust. And there the wall came down, all right? So before, and then here's after. Wait, after is right here. So that wall came down last Thursday, all right? Mark complete, and that's the drywall. I talked about that drywall got put through that window. It wasn't a window at the time. So it basically doubled the space. And there's another picture. Again, Tyler's so excited. Tyler helped build all this with Mark. So basically Tyler and Mark, they put it, and they had it to the T with the flooring. And we found beautiful We didn't know it was there, but we found beautiful wood floor underneath the carpet that we plan to extend out and have wood flooring up there. So there's a view now back to those doors. And hang on, there's more. I've got, this is now what they're working on, expanding the driveway. So Tyler and my dad out here, because I would always run over the rocks. I would run over this area right here because it was all landscaping here. And so Tyler's like, well, we're working on stuff. He's got a coworker, and there's my dad helping out driving the skid steer while Tyler does the, so my dad likes to supervise and drive the skid steer, and Tyler is, he does the manual part of it. And so that is expanding the driveway so I don't drive over the edge anymore, laying the gravel in. And so this is getting poured on Friday night. The driveway is getting expanded. Okay, so that leads us to current day, and now that is the bay window with the siding down at the top, and then there's what that looks like, a sidewalk picture, which I didn't mean to take, and then here's that side. All right, just a few more pictures. Mark has a sky lift that he can work off of, and so he's working on the cedar shake on that side, and then that's the cedar shake done on the end. So it's like, it's siding, vinyl siding, but it looks like cedar shake. And so that's what's on one side. And then, you guys, there's Tyler compacting the driveway. And then this was them laying up. So Tyler's coworker used to pour concrete in a former life. So you guys, it does pay to know people. It really does. And so he is helping, they're laying the rebar. And so basically the driveway is expanding by 30 inches. So if you can picture, I would back out and I would kind of roll over the landscaping. So, yep, that happens. So they're making the driveway grow a little bit. And then another picture of that angle and then that angle. And so this is my craft room, you guys. This is current state of where I used to design and craft and cut paper. It's totally, to my eyes, it's gutted. And I didn't take a picture of what we call the green room. The green room has green carpeting. It's the guest bedroom. And pretty much there's a path about this wide that you can walk, and it's got everything from that room got put into the green room. And we set up a desk in the back corner. And that's where we designed for the first time yesterday. Diane was over and we designed a class. So I do have a class to share with you. We actually worked way ahead. We had some products that we had in our hands that were from online exclusives that we earmarked for ink, paper, scissors for September. No, not September, October. So we have the ink, paper, scissors for October design for you guys, and I'll share that with you guys now. But all in all, what I'm getting at is it's from one thing to the next, and I'm very happy this morning. There are like maybe about 10 people that I was able to chat with and go over some past emails with, just asking for patience yet for classes. I still haven't run out of anything for August, so if you're still waiting for an answer for an email, I just ask you be a little bit more patient. I'm still trying to work through emails. It just takes a little bit. You would think you can answer an email in a minute, and it doesn't work that way. It's sometimes 5 to 20 minutes to get through an email, depending on what is all involved with signing people up or responding or looking things up. So I definitely try my best. Hi, Sharon Davis. Oh, you have a green room too. I love it. So I'm super excited. I'm going to share this. So what my dad called me about right before I went live is he's helping me map out the new craft room. He loves helping to design, and he's got the graph paper, or I should say the grid paper, and we were taking measurements, and he's helping me draw it all out so that we know what to order for, because we're going to put countertops in there, we're going to put cabinets in there, and I'm going to share with it, like, this is so exciting, this stuff. So this is what Tyler and I kind of mapped out. So you can picture like the two doors that I showed you were here. The wall was originally here, and then now this is the whole addition. And we have countertops set up here. I'm going to have my design area over here now, and there's a window there, which is super cool. And my credenzas are going to be there with all the paper. I have a table. And you guys, I'm super excited about this. This came to me this weekend. I'm going to have a little mini live station up here so that I can either go live down here where we currently are, or I could go live from my craft room upstairs. My big industrial strength paper cutter will go here. Tyler calls this my junk thing. It's like a thing that holds a lot of things. He says it's junk, but I don't think it's junk. And then I want to have a rolling island here so that if I have 2 or 3 people that want to design with me, that we all can work together and collaborate at a table. So, or if people want to come over, I was thinking about for my team, somehow it would have to be with local team, or if it's somebody who's not local figuring this out, but the opportunity for once a month when the schedule calms down a little bit to randomly select somebody who's interested in designing or crafting with me in my space, that somebody from my team that would have the opportunity to come and spend like the afternoon with me, and we could work on whatever they wanted to work on. So that's like something I've always been envisioning, but it's too tight of a space that I currently had in the past. Well, I should say that I had in the past, but now it's something that would be super cool to do like on a monthly basis once things calm down. So yeah, I'm super excited. Like another little team perk that I would love to offer my gals that have joined me on this wild ride. So, all right, it is moving along very quickly. But so this will be the hive, and then we're gonna call that up there probably the mini hive. And I'll be able to have somebody like Diane or Gina doing class in here. And if I want to go and do a live upstairs, I could still do an online class with you guys. So I'm so excited. So Carissa, oh my gosh, she said that she did her craft room sketch too to see where you could put your stuff. And that is so cool. So you guys, Tammy Sikolik, who's on my team, she did this the last time we were trying to reorganize my craft room. And she had a grid paper, and she had the the dimensions of everything. She had little Post-it notes for the credenza is 36 by 18, and she had a little piece of paper that represented, and it was like a Post-it note type, and you could put that wherever you wanted to map things out. So it's definitely an idea for when you do a room over to map things out, and then you know if you have enough space or not. So, okay, well, that's the exciting stuff that's going on. Oh, but I'll tell you, it's the flooring guy came, the insulation guy came, the gutter guy came, the carpenter's here, Tyler's. It's just a lot. It's just a lot in a good way, though. Always in a good way, you guys. Never complaining, always excited. So good stuff. And I can't lose this little piece of paper because that has been a little bit of a golden piece of paper for documentation on what's going to happen. So, all right. So this is Share, Create, Inspire. We're going to do it momentarily. I think it's going to be an easier card, so I don't think it'll take us a while to get through it. So I do want to take a few moments, if you guys don't mind, to share with you. I have Happy Mail because it's been a little while since we've been together. So I want to share Happy Mail with you. And I want to roll through what we have coming up in August. And I have the Wounded Warrior card benefit in October. So, and I want to share the one class I have ready for you in September. So I'm going to take a few moments and share with you in case you aren't signed up for anything and you see something you want. I generally have availability, I believe, for everything in August. We decided to kit up more of the Stamp-A-Stack. When that paper came back in stock, we added some more to the mix. And so everything is still available at this point. And if you cannot be present during the actual class, always know that the replays live on forever, so that you could always watch the replay later or get the tutorial. Whenever you do an online class with me, you always get a PDF tutorial as well. So you don't have to necessarily be live with us when we do the online class. Just know you could reference it from the video and the PDF when you're putting your cards together later. Hi, Connie Moore, just coming in. Yay. Hi, Debbie Guest. Do things ever calm down? That is a good question. And I was thinking in my head, because I was talking with somebody about it today. So we have the project, which now in my head, I realistically think in my head, I will not be in there with it finished until November. What started off with, I'll be out of the room for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Nope, not like that. The wood floor, guys, so we want to redo the wood floor. We want the wood floor to continue and then resurface it and sand it and stain it. And that guy cannot get me into his timeline until October. Lo and behold, I bet you any money it'll be the same time that we're doing the Wounded Warrior benefit. But that's how we roll. We manage everything. But he said he couldn't get in until October. Hi, Hope. Hi, Mary Lemke. And then after that, so the benefit is October 5th. The floors will be around that time. But in my stamping world, the escape, the autumn creative escape is in September. So the escape will be done in September. The benefit will be done in October. The live video that for those that are doing the benefit with me, the class part of that is set for August 7th. And I will rest on the 8th, October 8th. You guys, that's what's in my head. Make it to October 8th. And then you can sleep in for one day. So And then I think the month of October should be a little bit calmer in terms of the stamping world in my life. But at that time, we're going to be putting cabinets and countertops in. But that's not always me doing that work. That's me just making sure it's done right and we've picked out the right stuff. So yes, October. Not wanting it to be October, but looking forward to a little rest in October. That's it. October and then maybe November would be nice. All right, then we're back into it. So, okay, let me just show you a few things that are coming up. You guys may have seen Gina was live this morning. Gina did a class called her Technique class. It was featuring a one-sheet wonder that was a 6x6. And these are the cards for that class. So she did this already. So if you want to watch what she did for this class, you can watch it already on the replay. If you want kits, reach out to Gina directly. If you need her information, send me an email. I'll forward it to her with you on copy so that you can sign up for these kits. But she does have this available in case anybody is interested in a one-sheet wonder 6x6 class. Now, what's coming up first in August is what we have called a Frames and Flowers Stamp-A-Stack. Have you selected the stamps bundles yet? For Donna, for which thing? Just reply in the comment again and tell me for what you're looking for, because I'm pretty sure we've selected a lot of everything, but just I want to know specifically what you're asking about. So Diana is going to be live tonight, or not live, she's in person tonight with a group of gals making these 2 bags and then these 13 cards. And I'm doing this class with you guys tomorrow night at 6 p.m. I believe we have a ton of people signed up already, which is amazing. I think that, let me just look for space. This one's the one that's questionable. We have like 6 left for this one. And we'll make 13 cards featuring the Frames and Flowers Designer Series paper. Super amazing. Diane and I had a blast designing these cards together. It was like a month ago. And the new mini Kindle. Okay, yes, I'm pretty sure. I'll show you what I have. I have not put it into published form yet. These are just the rest. There's 13 cards. You use all the die cuts except for 4 from the pack of designer paper. You will need a little heat embossing powder for that one. And those are the 13 cards. And again, I believe we have 5 left of this one. And we're kitting up more. So for those that sign up now or have in the last maybe 5 days, you have to just give us a little bit of time because we're kitting up more. They're not, we went with a number and we under forecasted. And we under forecasted by enough to make a lot more. All right, Donna Grushke, to answer your question, have I selected? Yes. The question is yes for the upcoming calendar, September, October, November, December. I'm going to share this with you. I don't think it will change. Rose has not given me what she's doing for Technique Club class yet. She's working on that. But I have for ink, paper, scissors, the Sweet class, and Let's Just Stamp. And I have some of the monthly card, like the monthly products picked out. I'll share it with you via this picture. You guys will see it on your phone. If you want, or wherever you are, your internets, however you look at this video, you could screenshot it if you want, Donna. I have it pretty much put into a PDF to create a schedule, but I haven't published it yet. When I do that, there will be an email out to everybody with a link to get it off of my website. So I just sent you an email, but missing the first first die cut page on the PDF, but I'm missing the first die cut page on the PDF. I'll look for the email, Janice. I will see what you're talking about in the email. So I'll look at that in a bit. All right, so I'm going to flip my camera down and just run through here, Donna, to answer your question. What we are doing for ink, paper, scissors is Splendid Autumn, which is out of the Holiday Mini Catalog. We're doing Iconic Celebrations, which we have designed. I'll share them with you in a moment. Reindeer Days and Snowy Scenes. So Reindeer Days is November, Snowy Scenes is December. Now, just know when we design for ink, paper, scissors, and a lot of the classes, you don't generally have to have the stamp sets that we feature. My motto is buy what you love and use what you have, so that you don't like, oh man, I don't like the reindeers. There's the reindeer stamp set. That's dumb. That's fine. Anybody can think whatever they think. But just know that when we do ink, paper, scissors classes, we use the designer paper heavily so that you don't necessarily even have to have the stamp set for any of these, but we end up with adorable, cute cards. For September's Sweet class, it's Nests of Winter, Season of Green and Gold for October, Season of Elegance for November, and Regal Winter for December. Now, So the Nests of Winter and Season and Regal are from the mini, and Season of Green and Gold is a online exclusive. So that's what we've got. These are the sweet one is where you buy this bundle from me as your registration for class. You get the class, one of the classes for free, so you could attend online or 2 in person, and you get the half a pack of paper that goes with the set. Okay, so that's the suite. Let's Just Stamp, we're going to do Changing Leaves, September Regal Flora, in October Artful Amaryllis, and we're thinking about doing Poised Peony for December. There'll be a Stamp-a-Stack in November featuring a little bit festive, and the Memories and More class will be Reindeer Days. And then in September, October, November, December, I'm not going to read through these all, but this is what we're geared up. Now, these can change. It depends on the mood, I guess. When we're like, oh man, like I'm not feeling the stamp set, I can't pull it out of my hat, so I will pick something else. But this is generally what we're featuring for the monthly class cards, these specific bundles. So Donna, I hope that helped, and I think that answers the question. And for those that like to know what I'm doing, I'm a planner, so I like to have all that stuff planned out, and I like to share it as soon as I can. I just haven't had a moment to publish it. And there will be an email coming soon to the whole community talking about the Designer Series paper sale that's going on. You get 15% off a Designer Series paper right now during the month of August. You can also use your bonus day coupons right now. And the Autumn Creative Escape is coming up in September, and there'll be a link to get registered for that. I have an email with a whole bunch of stuff coming out really soon, and it'll also include that link for the schedule. So for those people at home can print that off. So catalogs were ordered yesterday for those that need catalogs from me. I have them set to arrive probably middle of next week. So I'll be working on that as a next week's project. So many ads today. Oh no, Debbie, I'm so sorry to hear that. I am not excited about ads either. Oh man, I got a free trial for some reason. I got a free trial for YouTube, and it must have been for 90 days or 60 days. And it was really weird. I haven't gotten ads since June, and it was June 24th, so July 24th. So I think I have till August 24th, and then I can cancel the free trial. And then I'll be back to getting ads myself. All right, let me flip this down really quick. This is what we have for the ink, paper, scissors for August. It features To Market to Get a Fat Pig. Is that what the song is? I have to ask Diane. Every time I say to market, she says to buy a fat pig. I think that's the song. So, all right, so that's To Market. I'm going to feature these products today for Share, Create, Inspire, because I want to share with you these awesome, how you can use this product. This is the Let's Just Stamp for August featuring Choose Happy. It's Renee Conkey's $1 Million set that she helped design. And we have a fall card, a summer card, and a winter card. So we got our different seasons represented. And that features Choose Happy. Hi, Sherry Martin. You could use any little stamps on these cards, though. They're very versatile. All right, so that's Let's Just Stamp. The monthly one features Beauty of the Deep, Seaside Wishes, and Gone Fishing. And just need primarily sentiments, maybe a fish here and a fish there, everywhere a fish. And Country Woods is the sweet class, and I do have a few spots left for this. If you do buy either the Country Flowers or Country Birdhouse bundle from me, you could get a half a pack of the DSP as a gift for purchasing the bundle as your registration for class. These are the 4 cards, and this one is a little bit more tricky because there's a stamped image here, a stamped image here, a stamped image there, and a stamped image there. But in general, I think a lot of people have foliage stamps at home, so you could always swap out. If you don't have the Country Flowers or Country Birdhouse, you might have a different bird, or you could leave your bird is the word off of here, and you could also do whatever else you want for foliage. So that's Country Woods coming up probably the 3rd week of August. And then for the Wounded Warrior card benefit, oh my goodness, I need some guesses. While I show the cards, I want you guys to guess how many people are registered already. Don't say out of 252. We're planning for 252. I'm curious how many you think we're at so far. We're not near 252, but we're not at 0 either. So we're somewhere in the middle. I'm curious what you guys, and I'm going to show you the cards. We're still looking for more people that want to register for this benefit. It's with a donation, the $35 plus $5 if you want the bonus card. So it'd be either a $35 or $40 donation plus shipping if you need them shipped. And these are the amazing cards. We are planning to kit these up next week already. My helpers and volunteers have been working tirelessly to get all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like on this card alone is 16 or 18 pieces of paper. They're amazing. People have been helping, and it's amazing. Die cutting has been happening in different parts of the United States and being mailed to us, which is awesome. So here's a Merry Christmas card. And this one I haven't been really showing it. Oh my gosh, all these guesses are coming in. And that's an easel card. So very cool. It's a Christmas one that features some online exclusive sets. This one is from the annual catalog. This is featuring Changing Leaves, which is an online exclusive. Just need a sentiment. This one is with a grateful heart. It's from Autumn Leaves. Look at all the die cuts, you guys. Oh, so many die cuts. My helpers are amazing that they're die cutting all these phenomenal pieces to make for you guys to get this. It's a benefit, so it's a card class too. But this is the extra $5 if you want to donate to get this patriotic card. So you guys are guessing. Let's see here. It's over here. 138 people are already signed up. So let's see, did anybody guess 138? We had a close one at 135. 2 people, 135. Oh, Carissa. You're funny because you guys, Carissa, it was amazing. So we have so many people signed up already that Carissa's already documented. She's already created a file for me. And Carissa, it's already worked out perfectly that people have sent payment. And I can go to your spreadsheet, find out what number they are, and go right to my book without having to scroll through. So thank you for sending me that file today. That was amazing. 135 is the closest guess with Sherry and Carissa. Very good. So 138 is where we're at. Now that there might be even a few more than that, but because I might have not got caught up on my emails 100%, but a great benefit, you guys. It can be in person. You could come in person, or you could attend with your kits getting mailed to you, or made cards getting mailed to you. All right, are you excited to see what Diane and I made for this class? This is called Iconic Imagery. Yep, more small stamps. Little baby dies. It's hard designing with little stamps, and so we hope you like what we came up with. It features this designer series paper, Iconic Celebrations. You'll get a quarter pack of this, plus you'll get the new, there's new twine in there, and then the druzy elements, all what you get. And we have 5 cards. I might twist Diane's arm and make a 6th card yet. I'm not certain if I'll be able to do that, but we did do 5. And Iconic Imagery is all different holidays and celebrations and occasions. So with that being said, we have a Valentine's Day card, but we made it into a thank you card because it says sending thanks and much love. So we did more of a heartsy card. All right, so, and we already got our envelopes done. Perfect. Okay, so there's a Valentine's Day one. There is a set of paper in there that is fireworks themed, and so we did a celebrate a New Year's card, and it has on the inside a little firework, or I should say a big firework. So we did a New Year's card, Iconic Celebrations, right? So New Year's. Then we have a winter card, matchy envelope, and we made that one into a Happy Holidays. So we've got a 3rd card that is wintry. Then we have a 4th card that is geared towards the Christmas holiday. And so it's red and green and festive, a Festivus for the rest of us. And then we have an autumn card, and it looks like this, and matchy envelope. So we have autumn, Christmas, winter, New Year's, Valentine's. Basically, there are 5 occasions that are coming up. There was one more set of designer paper in there. We weren't feeling it yesterday, and we got 5 done. And none of these have embellishments, so there will be embellishments on them as well. So anybody can already start signing up for this is October's ink, paper, scissors. Super stoked that we got that worked ahead on. Okay, let's go through some Happy Mail, and then we're going to make our card. I promise we'll make a card today. This is some Happy Mail. This one comes to us from Mona Druckcree, and she has the zinnias on here and colored with my favorite color, purple. Love it, love it. So Pretty paper on that one. So that's from Mona. This one comes to us from Pat Fleming, hot off the press. I think this actually, well, I shouldn't say hot off the press, but this just arrived today. I got to work on this one. This is that latte paper, and then So Thankful for You. And very pretty. I got that from Pat. And I'm just going to start piles as we go so that I have them separated already. This one comes to us from, I believe it's Jenna Helms. Jenna. Yes, Jenna. So we went up to Jenna and helped her with her stamp camp. And so she sent me home with some thank you cards for me, Chris, Diane, and Karen's is going to get mailed. And so she made that pretty card for us. I don't remember the name of that stamp set. If anybody remembers that, just shout it out here so we know the name. I just can't think of it at the moment. This one comes to us from, Polly Libby. So Polly Libby donated some envelopes for the Wounded Warrior card benefit. And so this card was in with the package, and it uses translucent florals. So that was really pretty, a little strip of designer paper on the right-hand side here. This is from Jennifer Knutson, using some of the Orchid Oasis, I think, Orchid Oasis, and a little flower from Sending Smiles, if I'm not mistaken. Very pretty purpley card. This one comes to us from Gail Barden. She's on my team, and we had two close to my heart creators join the Be Happy Stampers. Gail was one of them. And so she sent me this cute little gnome card with all these little die cuts. He's super adorable. So she sent me a happy summer card. I love it. So I love it. I love it. So that one, it says enjoy today on the inside. And that's from Gail Barden. Now this one is amazing too. This, you guys, I got this. And I'm going to cover up her address. But this came in a vellum envelope. And it had these pretty zinnia flowers, a little washi tape along the bottom, my address there, Happy Mail on this side. There were these little ties to open up like this. This one had gotten ripped. It came actually ripped from the post office, but that's okay. I got the general idea. So I opened this up. So this awesome, amazing envelope, right, from Kathy King. And the card matches with the zinnia. I got to hold it the right way. Sending flowers and thinking of you. And she sent me, and she had a card protector in there as well to cover up the gems so they wouldn't get caught. And on the inside, she has the most pretty handwriting. It reminds me, my grandma Haas had that perfect cursive penmanship. And so, Kathy, I adore getting letters from you because your handwriting reminds me of my grandma Haas's handwriting, that perfect cursive and in a straight line. I love it. And so really, really pretty thinking of you card. I love it. So that is from my friend Kathy King. This one is from Sarah Merchant from New Jersey, and she sent me this thank you card. Okay, paper piecing, because these are little strips of designer series paper, and this designer paper was from a set with lollipops from the candy from, I'd have to say, 6 years ago. So I just pulled it out of the archives when we cleaned up the craft room. So this was from Sarah Merchant, and I got a little love note here on the side. So that's perfect. Very pretty purplicious card. This is from Donna Grushke. So this was a kit, and she sent it to me that I can reuse it as well. So just wanted to say thank you. And I remember this kit was from like 2 Aprils ago. It was really pretty. I loved all the pretty, like the rainbows with it. All right, so that's there. This one is from Miss Anne Van Willigen. So Anne, I'm not going to show this off in its entirety. This was a swap card that Anne sent. I have a pile of swap cards from the team event. I'm going to put that with that, and I'm going to share that when I do my swap showcase. This is from Linda Hunt. Purplicious. This was the In Color Retirement class from, I think, last year, actually. So I have to share this, Linda. Now that I've shared it live with you guys, I'm not on TV, but live on YouTube, Linda sent this to all the helpers, and a big thank you to them. So I'm going to put this on display in the hive here, so as my helpers come, they can see this card. So thank you, Linda Hunt. My helpers appreciate that so much that you think of them. This one comes to us from Miss Faye Godby. She did this Charming Duck Pond Designer Series paper. Oh, I love that. It looks like a little lily pond pad, and that she stamped on there. And she's got the inside decorated as well. Very cool. So that's from Faye Godby. This one is from Cindy Runtree. A little bit of a corner folder action here that just flapped over. And then it showcases 2 different designer series paper, and wishing me an awesome day. And so I got that from Cindy Runtree. I have purple. And this is from Pat Fleming. That vanilla and black checkered ribbon that carried over, a little bedazzliness going on here. You guys must know I like purple. And so she sent that for payment. Okay, and I was just thinking, okay, it was Trisha Fagley who I just talked to. So you guys, it's a lot to keep track of, but this one is from Pat Fleming, yay. And then that was 2 from Pat Fleming, I think, that I was showing off. And this one comes to us from Miss Tammy Steckling. And this was from one of the paper pumpkin kits. It's very pretty. It's got like a foil. You can kind of see it's shiny. And then she stamped some backgrounds to make it look like there's a branch back there. And thanks for brightening my day. The blue is really pretty with the coral. All right. See, I organized as I was showing you that. So now I don't have to organize later. Very good. Okay. Now, are we ready? I think you guys are ready. We're ready, right? To make a card. So, I thank you for letting me show you guys all the things that I just showed you. That was a lot to go over. And you're probably thinking, wow, 45 minutes later, we're finally starting class. But that's okay, you guys. I like to involve you in my life, and I have had a lot of people that tell me they like to hear that. So, thank you for letting me entertain you with what's going on. So we're going to be doing, I think it seemed to me like this is going to be an easy card. I hope so. I'm hoping I'm not underestimating how hard it is, but let's talk about the recipe card. And then I've chosen to work with Market Goodness because I wanted to show you that product because we have a lot of ink, paper, scissors left. I would have to guess we have it kitted up for maybe 30 more people yet to take ink, paper, scissors, which it's not a lot because the class isn't for about 3 weeks yet, but it feels like a lot to me. Yeah, we have 51 signed up and 84, so that's about 33. So hopefully you guys see this. And I had this happen last month with Mediterranean Blooms that I showed it, and all of a sudden about 3 people reached out to me after class saying, wow, I had overlooked Mediterranean Blooms, but thank you for sharing the paper. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's flip this down and look at the recipe card, you guys. There's not a lot of paper, I don't think. Or it's not crazy paper. We have a card base that's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4.25. Okay, easy. We have a DSP that's 4 by 5.25, which tells me that's probably the outside mat. Then there is a piece of DSP that is 1 by 4.75, and it gives you 3 pieces, is what I'm guessing, that we're going to end up cutting that down because I read the instructions on the next side. We have a cardstock that's complementary to the card base, which is 3.5 by 3.5, so it is a square. And then we have a basic white that's 3.25 by 3.25, and one for the inside that's 4 by 5.25. Okay, so that's the outside, right? And embellishments. We'll see if I can add some ribbon. I don't have a lot of ribbon down here now that I think about it, but I've got a little bit of ribbon down here. And she did make a note back here that says, I added an additional layer between DSP 1 and the card base to bring the colors together. And so I'll think about that. When we're pulling out our layers, we're going to see once what will look good, and we may add a layer in between these two. I might even add a layer on the inside to double mat it, and then I would make my white a little bit smaller. So that's always something that I like to keep on my radar. And it's adhering DSP1 to the card base, then add DSP2, stamp a focal image on the 3.25 by 3.25, adhere it to the 3.5 by 3.5, adhere with dimensionals to the card base, and embellish to your heart's delight. Add inside and decorate. So there is a note here that there's a DSP here that's 1 by 4.75, and that with in parentheses 3. I'm guessing what we need to do is cut that into 3. So we have 1. What is 4? Oh man, I thought I knew it in my head, but I was not like certain. 4.75 divided by 3 is 1.58. Okay, so I feel like we need to have, like what I had in my head, it was we were going to cut strips and put the strips down, and they go behind the next 2 layers, but that doesn't come out even. I'm almost wondering if we do 1.5 divided by 3 is 1.5. That's what I had in my head. And when I saw 4.75, I don't know how to divide 4.75 by 3. I could easily divide 4.5 by 3, but not that. So we're going to play with that. But in the interim, what we're gonna do is figure out what we're gonna use for designer paper. I had in my head, I wanted to use this product because this is our ink paper scissors that's coming up later this month. And then I could show off the cards again later. And what we need to, ooh, these two pieces go really nicely together, okay? They complement each other very nicely. Okay, I'm digging that because there's a card base and then a DSP and then there's the DSP strips. So what I'm thinking is these could be our strips and this could be the background piece. All right, so I like that idea. And then we're gonna tie in flowers. And you guys, I say that only because there's a movie called Bambi. You might know of it, you might have heard of it. And I think the skunk's name was Flower. And then say it just like that, Flower. All right, so on the back here we have a basket. I was leaning towards using a basket on my front white piece instead of stamping on it. Now there's a bag, so I'm gonna set this out. And there's some pretty flowers right here, which we'll see if that could work. And I was gonna see also if there's any other combinations that work well. There's a brown and a green. Well, that's not as cheerful and pretty to me as I'd want it to be. And let's see what else is in here. Brown. So this paper is nice because on one side it's more of a general pattern and the other side might be the crazy pattern. So here are your vegetables and then here's your pretty pattern, okay? Not that this isn't pretty, but we featured this paper for May and June for the monthly classes that we pulled in all these different sheets of paper. So this has got green. I am not feeling the green. Green is not pretty and flowery to me. It is because the stems are green, but I think we had a winner right off the bat when I pulled out the peach and the pumpkin pie colors. So let's see. I want to work with that actually. And I'm going to save this little strip. That might be a nice little inside strip for us. All right, so to market, to buy a fat pig. That is what we're working with today. And knowing that I want to potentially utilize these patterns, now is where I'm gonna pull out cardstock. So this is like a reverse mystery night for us. I'm the one that doesn't know what's happening. Lisa does, but I don't. And when it comes to a mystery night, I always like to tell, like, it's generally pick your designer series or pattern paper, if you call it pattern paper, and then go from there. Pull in your cardstock that matches and pull in other elements from there. But finding the designer paper first would be the best ticket, I think. So we have pumpkin pie and we have peach pie, and apparently there's another pie out there too. We were going through all the different, I think it was Kelly that drew my attention to all the different pies we have. And then you have the cakes of the crumb cake. And I'm trying to think, pumpkin is pretty. Pumpkin really matches this, right? If I was gonna be putting this up to the flowers, it pulls out the dark flowers, but this is also really pretty, pulling out the light flowers. So I would generally, and there's another color that's in here, so let's not forget the garden green. We got to give it a shout out to see what garden green looks like. Now, Gina would be all over this one, you guys, because she loves orange. Aren't you glad we're here today? So it's okay. I'm not a fan of bringing out the leaves. I want to bring out the flowers. And I'm generally thinking that maybe the peach pie is our ticket or our winner chicken dinner, because it's a brighter, more cheerful card, where pumpkin pie to me makes it a little bit darker and more of a, like, towards the fall. So we also want to look at this piece though, because this piece is going to be our background for our base. And does that look nice against that? Or does it look nice against this one? And Lisa also wrote on the back of her card, oh, pecan pie. Thanks, Suzanne Deppes. Pecan pie. Hi, Amy. She wrote that she added an additional layer. Okay, now, if that's the case, we might see what this looks like, which would be a little bit of pumpkin, a little bit of peach, and see if that looks nice. Now, don't forget we're going to add flowers to the front, and I'm not so certain that I like the peach pie, or the pumpkin pie. So I'm going to pull that out, and I think we might, oh, you know, another option, wait for it, white. we could potentially use white. You guys, this is the class where I talk out loud. And I don't know what I'm going to say at the moment, but I feel that talking about it helps you understand what goes through my mind when it comes to designing a card. So it's possible that white might look super amazing and it would pull out the whites from your eyes. No, the whites from this designer paper. I'm not, so like that's okay. I want to see also, I play with this. But we do this when we're designing cards upstairs. We pull out the paper, we rearrange it, we mat it differently. Maybe that might be the best. Oh, I like that. I think I like having the peach pie in the back, a little white layer, and then our mat will go there of the designer pattern paper. I think I like that. All right, now that we have a plan of attack, we're gonna see what size paper this is and cut this down to 5.5. So we're gonna shim off a 1/4 inch and we're gonna score it at 4.25. Score it or fold it in half, but take that and burnish it. And we have our card base. So with this class too, for those that wanna make a card along with me and you finish it, you're always welcome to share it. There's going to be a post in the event, which I'll share with you guys later, that you can share your card. Now, I'm going to guess. I don't see direction, horizontal versus vertical. So we're going to leave that for now. Leave it for the moment. And we're going to pull in our white piece. And we're going to cut 2 mats that are 5.25 by 4. And one will be definitely for the outside. And I'm trying to think what we would mat the inside with. I have an idea. Because we like the double matting. So we'll come back to the inside piece. This would be, I'm a 16th person, so I'm going to do 5 1/16 by 3 13/16 to add my extra mat. Now, you might choose to do 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. You could do 5 by 3 1/4. Oh man, that's perfect for the inside actually. But this is what we're gonna do on the outside for the mat. I think that'll be good. Like so. I wonder if I have more polka dotty paper, what's on the back of that? That purpley flower. So, not a lot. There's a little sliver of it here. I'm trying to figure out a way to decorate the inside. So we might leave that for the moment. I've got scraps to work with. I got potentially all of this to work with on the inside to find some decoration. All right. And this will be earmarked for our inside. Then this piece is for, it says 1. Oh, I got it. Hold the phone. I thought this was, so I was reading this 3 by 4 3/4 and we needed to cut that, but I read it again. We need 1 by 4 3/4 and 3 of them. Got it. So what does that mean? We need a 3 by 4 3/4 inch section. Good. So we're going to cut this at 3 inches. 3 inches, because 3 times 1 is 3. And then we need 4 3/4, which is right here. This is the starting point of how much paper we need. Now it says we really do need them as 1 inch sections. So I'm going to cut these in order. So 1 inch. And I'm going to keep the pattern together, and then 1 inch. Whew. Okay, I'm glad I read that. Sometimes you read things the way that you want to, but that's not what they really are. Do you guys ever do that? All right. Oh, you keep moving on me. Gotta be very careful. There. So, back on track. In my head, anyways. So these are 3 strips, and that's why I had it in my head that these are going to get laid across the front, like that. Okay, So far so good. We also need a complementary color to the card base, which is going to be a 3.5 by 3.5. So we'll cut that here. 3.5 by 3.5. So that goes across the front. It covers up a lot of the designer paper I'm seeing. So we might make that smaller. I'm not certain yet. And then we need another piece of white. And that white piece is, let's see what size this is. 3.25 by 3.25. Oh man, so close. This will be a good piece. 3.25. Twist it. And 3.25. Wonderful. This gets matted on here. All right. Then we need embellishments and other stuff. Adhere the DSP to the card base, but we have a mat under there. And stamp a focal image on the 3.25 by 3.25, and then adhere it to the 3.5 by 3.5, and then put it on. So in a nutshell, that's what's on this recipe card. Now we get to be creative. So it doesn't say to go horizontal or vertical. So I think that's going to depend on what we put in our our white area here. I was looking at this and I found this really pretty basket in here that I think I'm going to use. So we're going to grab this out. And we might fill our basket with some pretty flowers. And once we have that figured out, we'll see if we need to trim down the white piece at all or the peach piece. And there's some really pretty peach pie ribbon. I don't have any, I was gonna say Vanna Whites, but I did, you guys, if you didn't see it, Jenna did, I did a presentation at Jenna's Stamp Camp Saturday, and she recorded it live, and it is out on her Brown Dog Craft Company YouTube channel, and I shared how to do. Susan Campfield had made some, what did she call them? Puzzle cards, I think. So if you go to YouTube, and this is just to show you, in case you guys don't follow Jenna, you would not have seen this. But if you go to Brown Dog Craft, Jenna's on my team, and if you go to this past, oh man, I wonder where she would have it. I did a video on how to do it, and I had, Jenna was sitting next to me, and we weren't calling her Vanna White, and this is why I'm getting at this, we were calling her teacher's pet. She was the teacher's pet, and I don't know, so I'm not quite sure where it's a live video, so let's just see if she's got it here. Video, it was, live. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Nope, okay, so I'll have to figure out where that is, and I'll share that with you guys. I'll share it to my Facebook page so you guys can see what I did for the whole, I cased the idea of the puzzle card in 8 puzzle pieces and also in 4 puzzle pieces. And we are planning to incorporate that style of a card into our class that is for September for the Splendid Autumn, I think, the ink, paper, scissors. There's a lot of pretty panoramic pictures in those cards or in the paper, and that's what we're going to put on the inside of the card when we do those puzzle cards. All right, I picked purple. Of course I picked purple. For you guys that don't know me, I love purple. I love me my purple everything. Red, cherry cobbler is as a close second. And we're going to make some flowers here. Not make them. They're already made. So we don't need the bottom here because they are going to act like they're in our basket is what we're going to do. Have some flowers in our basket. And we're going to pick another set of flowers here, the peachy ones. And if I had a Vanna White, I would have my Vanna White or my teacher's pet go. They started calling me Miss Bertram on Saturday at Jenna's because I was acting like a teacher apparently. And so if I had a Vanna White or a teacher's pet, I would have them run upstairs and grab. See, this is the class, the Share, Create, Inspire class. This is the class I would see myself doing upstairs in my mini hive because that's where I keep almost everything is upstairs. The only thing that I really keep down here that I use regularly are stamps and dies. Oh, well, I keep ink pads down here, but I have ink pads in both spots. All right, almost got this. We're gonna see what size then will look good. Let me get rid of the scribbles here, the schnibbles. So we're gonna have a basket of flowers. Oh, a sentiment. Oh, we need a sentiment. That looks weird to me that there's just the two like that. I want to see once what but the red, two is okay. Let's put that like that, and we'll have two. I didn't want to, I was thinking about pulling the red in, but I think red pulls in another color that we don't necessarily want. Wish I could talk and fussy cut at the same time. So the talking and the fussy cutting is funny. So I have seen people when they cut, they actually they cut like, and I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying it's funny. I'm laughing with, right? Not at, but they go like this. Well, they cut and their little tongue sticks out. And so it's really funny to watch people that they get so intent and like the little tongue comes out. So fun stuff, right? All right. Let's do some things. I want to glue. I know I'm okay gluing my designer paper down because I'm not going to put ribbon anywhere in between these layers. So I think we're okay to do that. So let's put this down like that. All right. Nice border. I like the white. Hi, Rose Garibaldi, popping in for a few minutes. We'll catch you later then on the replay. So I like that size of a white border. If you would go 5 by 3 3/4, you'd see more white. If you go 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, you see less white. I think that amount that I use, I like that amount right in the middle. All right. Our flowers here. What I'm going to do is connect them together because it'll help me get a better idea of the size of this. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tear and tape just to hold them together. And I should have used just a little bit longer of a piece like this. And I think that I was going to put the peach ones more towards the front like that. And then the purple ones were going to come out. And I liked that little leaf hanging over the top of the basket like this. So we're gonna go like that. So this one's a little higher and in the back. So I've connected these two. Now I wanna find the right size for this. And it's I gotta remember that these strips are gonna get glue. Oh man, did I keep them in order? Hi, Joy Moody. I didn't keep them in order. Of course I didn't. So this could go over here. Oh, it does, perfect. So what I'm gathering in my head is these strips are going to get adhered to the front of the card to give it some character. You could pop them up or you could glue them flat, your call. I think this whole entirety is gonna get popped up. So I'm not going to necessarily glue these popped up, I'm gonna glue them flat, but I wanna see what size works good for here. This, as it currently stands, is a little bit wider than the strip here. And I like that, but I also am thinking in my head that this is too wide for my focal image. I think I could shimmy off a little bit. If I shimmy off a little bit, I might have it so that my designer paper is seen on the left and the right sides. Or do I want to make this a horizontal card like this? Keep it like that. I could keep the height and squish in my sides a little bit, and not squish them in, but cut them off. So you see more designer paper on the left and the right. I'm feeling that more than cutting. So I'm debating in my head, do I want to do it vertical? Well, that's pretty. But if I do it this way, that's pretty too. I think I'm going to cut off a little bit. And I'm going to cut off, let's see here. I was going to do a good 1/2 inch like this. And then let's see what the oh, that could be used for our sentiment strip. That looks nice. That seems good measurement. Now, that puts this size at 2 3/4. So that means I got to cut off a little bit on here. Now, I like my 3/16 of an inch concept. And I'm going to do that by taking off a 1/16 off of one side, flip it this way, and I said it was 2 3/4, so that means I need it at 2 15/16. Ultimately, all it is a mat. We're trying to make a mat for it, and I wanted to see a little bit less peach. So here we go. That fits in there very nicely in my mind. My lady brain says that looks nice. And this is gonna go here. Perfect. We have Bursting with Happiness is really thin, and that won't work. Oh, yes, it would. Okay, so we're going to put this on a block, and I think we're gonna grab Blackberry ink with peach. I think is a great combination. Don't use the white piece. Don't use the white piece. Okay, well, I was thinking in my head, I have ideas for it. If I didn't use the white piece and put it like this, it looks like that. I like the idea, like that's a good concept. What I had in my head, Donna, was I was going to decorate the back of the white. It's too white for me, right? But I was gonna either emboss it and then shimmy over the top with some ink. And what I was thinking is there's a brick wall, exposed brick embossing folder. I was thinking of either that one or painted texture. I also brought down metal plate, and I brought down the eyelet. And the eyelet kind of, I think hear me out here. If I could always take it off and not use it, but what I was thinking of doing, let's stamp, you guys. I was like, that's a squirrel. Donna, you were my squirrel there for a moment. I'm gonna stamp and that's okay. We need squirrels in our life too. I haven't seen the squirrel out on the fence yet today. So we're gonna stamp here, Bursting with Happiness. And I'm gonna stamp it closer to that side. Oh, you guys got my headshot in there. All right. It needs to come down a hair, so we're gonna try this one more time. It's hard to stamp these little skinny sentiments on straight and doing good. All right, I'm okay with that. The P is kind of slightly off, but what we're gonna do is take our trimmer here and go like this, so that is going to be along the front. Hear me out. We'll do two options. Like, we'll be at the eye doctor. We'll do option A and option B. And we can pick whichever one we like better. I think in my head, we're gonna emboss this with the eyelet embossing folder. And I'm gonna hover over it with some ink and a sponge dauber. So we're gonna put this in the middle here. I'm gonna turn around. Oh man, I have the wrong machine here. I'm gonna go get the big machine. One moment, please. Okay. Let's grab this. Let me show you. I should have grabbed a sponge dauber. So we're going to emboss this. So we'll put this through here. Okay. And I'm leaning towards peach ink. So we'll grab the peachy pie, itchy peachy. Whoa, that needs to get spread around. It looks like I had somebody re-ink this and it didn't get spread around properly. So what you do is you take your back of your spoon and you spread it around, and then you want your ink pad to look like that, not all streaky liney. Okay, and then I found a dauber on the back of my sink here that should be cleaned. All right, so what I was gonna do, I have this embossed. I was going to hover over the top, and it's really cool doing something like this. If you guys haven't ever tried this before, take your embossing folder, emboss it, and you take a sponge dauber and you lightly hover over the top. And what it does is it adds color to the raised part. Can't have a heavy hand If you have a heavy hand, you're gonna end up going into the recessed area, and I'm just trying to hit the top area. If you do get the bottom area, as long as you don't have a lot of pressure on it, it won't put a lot of ink there. There's that. Okay, I want to see what this looks like. And if this doesn't look good, we can always opt for just having the peach. All right, super cool. I love it. I love coloring like that on embossed images. Now let's see what this looks like. We'll put this over the top of that and then add our basket. And then we'd have a sentiment. And I want ribbon. I want some peach ribbon, and I want to put it right there. And if you guys give me permission slip to leave my desk, I will run as fast can be up and be like a gingerbread man and go fast to get some peach pie ribbon. And then I want to put ribbon right there. Peach pie. I grabbed this from over there, but Pool Party just isn't going to cut it. I had that scrap from sale-a-bration ribbon. I'm trying to think if I have any other. I want to put peach pie ribbon. So I'll wait for you guys to be okay with it, because if you don't tell me I can do it, I'm not going to do it. I'll just set it up like it's going to be done, and then I'll add it later. But what I like it. So what Donna was suggesting, run fast, Krista says, what Donna was suggesting was doing this and having the peach pie. So while I go run, do a vote. So at the eye doctor, option A was this, right? Option A is having it embossed. Option B would be, I would still emboss it, but I would do peach pie, and I would emboss the peach pie with the eyelet. So A or B, you guys can vote really quick. Carissa gave me permission to go. I'm gonna go get a little bit of peach pie ribbon and the to market gems. All right, and what is it? 1:12. I'm gonna go fast. All right. I'll take my phone in case anybody calls me and tells me something happened. Okay. Boom. Okay. Okay. Oh, that was 2 minutes. All right. Well, that wasn't so bad. All right. We have here the peach pie ribbon. And what I was thinking in my head. Okay, let's see the votes. The votes are in. Fly like the wind. Go for it. A. By unanimous polling, we have the eye doctor says A is better. Okay. So I grabbed a little bit of schnibble of peach pie ribbon, and we will work on gluing. So I like the idea. Okay, so we're gonna flip this over, and we can flip this over, so like that. And I love this layout, I really do. Okay, so let's see if I can pick this all up. I was trying not to have my slips of paper go everywhere, but it's kind of hard to avoid that. So the ribbon's not going underneath that layer, so I can glue that. And this is going to get adhered onto this layer. And let's see if I can get my order back. And so that was right. And then this doesn't go like that. It's like putting a puzzle back together. Nope. I wonder if it goes down here. Nope. That's it. Okay, so we got the order back. This is gonna get popped up with dimensionals. So let's poppy. And so like that, perfect. Have that prepped. Let's see the height of this. Okay. We're going to position these centered left to right, like that. And I'm thinking that they're not going to be even, right? So I'm not spacing them this way. I'm going to have them start right about there and right there. So this is my top and my bottom ones are where I want them. I'm going to put this here as a guide. I'm going to flip it this way and put the glue on it. And then we flip it back this way. I wanted it right about there, centered left to right. It looks like a good 1/4 inch is what it is. Okay, this one, now we want the same distance from the edge, and I'm going to try to operate fast so that I can still pick it up if I need to. So I'm trying to make sure this distance is the same as that one, centered left to right. Let's flip this one. Good spacing, I like that. Now, you could have them spread out a little bit more too if you wanted. But if I look at this now, the peach goes a little taller than and a little lower than each of those little strips, which is what I was going for. So let's pick these off. Okay. One more. Yep, he's on there. Okay, got it. So, I'm gonna eyeball that. Like that. This is going to get popped up with dimensionals as well. And then we'll play with the banner and the ribbon. See, something like that. Okay. I like it. Mikey likes it. And our little label is going to go like this. And now for the ribbon. I was thinking of weaving it back and forth like this, but it's a little bit chunky. So in my head, I thought to myself, ooh, we need a ribbon scissors. I got 2 paper scissors. Okay, hang on. My ribbon scissors was on the table over here. So I want to take this and I'm going to make it a little daintier. So I'm going to cut the ribbon right up the middle, like that, so it's skinnier. Tear and tape. I feel like I'm a doctor. Scalpel. And we're going to put this over on that side. So underneath the bursting, we're going to do a tail, a loop, a skinny loop, and we're going to make that a hair shorter, like that, and then back. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I like that. That's about where that would go. And if you don't like the way you do it, you can always take it off and refinagle it. I brought that just a hair closer, and then we're going to put tear and tape here. So on the left-hand side, it's just going to be tear and tape, right? So we have this raised up, so that means we need to have a dimensional here to help support our banner. And then at the very end, we're going to need a double stuffed Oreo because it's raised up here and here. So on the end here, we need it too high to help it so our sentiment goes straight across. And so that's going to go more towards the middle here, like that. Okay, so now that is, you can see that that's flush across there. I don't know what I'll use this for. I don't necessarily need it, but it could be used for something like that in the future. And once you have your ribbon figured out, I always then trim my tails at a little slant. We'll do this guy just a little bit more. And then there are gems that are called to market. So anybody who's doing the ink, paper, scissors with us will get their gemsies. And we could definitely pull in the greenies here. Green, and then there's white. The berry would also look nice on here too, I think, but you know what? Yes, I think we'll do a berry here instead, because you have berry, blackberry, that one, that, and that. So you have it in threes, and then we'll put the green one over there. And because the designer series paper is what we used, we could take our Stella pen and color in our flowers. And you could Stella your basket and your ribbon a little bit. When you cut ribbon in half, you are going to get fraying. It's part of it. And if that's the case, just leave it or make it really frayed. But I think that there's a piece there that you can just pull off. Or you can just trim the ends of it so that you don't see it, or tuck it underneath. Okay, well, there's that, but we're not done. Wait. There's more. We have an inside to do, but this is what we've got so far. Okay, I love it. Very, very good, but we don't have an inside. We need to grab this piece, and we could keep it simple and just put this along the side, right? That could work. Or there was a little sliver of it. There was a little sliver I had. And think about where that got put. Here it is, this little guy. He could just go along the bottom. I think that might be the easiest thing at this point. So let's take and push the easy button. So our inside is going to be not double matted. We're gonna leave it at 5 1/4 by 4, which is what that is. And we'll put this strip that I had, that was what we cut off the other, we'll put that right through the bottom. So this could be a congratulations card. You're bursting with happiness for somebody. Maybe they're having a baby, maybe they got a new job, maybe they got married, they're engaged, they're retired, they're anything, they got a new job, they bought a new home, right? You're bursting with happiness for somebody. And so that is what this card is for. So you could put congratulations on the inside. You could put happy anything on the inside. So this, my mom had, we have I have new cousins. So my mom's got two new nephews in the family. And I think this could even be used as a congratulations for a baby card. It's sending flowers to somebody who had a baby. I think that could work. So good. All right. We did it. We definitely did it. I told you, I think that this was an easy one. I think that's what I thought in my head. So we're lined up actually. You guys aren't going to believe it. We have three ink paper scissors. We have 3 recipe cards lined up. Annette Rollin is on deck for next month. I've had hers here now for a few weeks. And Sandy Coy Emery sent in one. And she actually sent in 2. So we'll spread them apart. So we've got, and then I think Mary Lemke's going to be sending one. So you guys, we're going to be set for the Share, Create, Inspire class for a few months, at least through the end of the year. So that's always good. So I'm going to pop this in here one more time so you guys can see again what we made. Are you ready to see what Lisa made for her card? We are going to share that with you guys now and pull this over here. So again, here's the recipe card. And that's pretty much the layout of what we did, or what I did. I guess it was a team effort, you guys. We did this together. All right, so are you guys ready? I got a piece of card, and there it is. Very cool. So this looks like Spotlight on Nature. And if we compare them, she did horizontal. Oh, yay. Okay. I was wondering if she did, like in my head, I didn't know if it was horizontal or if it was, oh, she used watercolor paper on the inside of that too. Very pretty, very sparkly. It's hard to see Stella in a camera, but I think you can capture the iridescence from the Stella there on the butterfly. Very nice, Lisa. Look at us. And she did a little stamping. She stamped on this piece of paper back here, which is perfect. It looks like it because she wrote designer paper, but it looks like it's white paper or pink paper and then stamped on, which is perfect. So you could have easily used designer paper, or you could have used cardstock and stamped on it and created your own background. Very cool. So a slightly different size because you guys, I trimmed mine down just so it fit my pot better. Yay, or my basket, I should say. Well, there we go. We did it. Okay. Woo! Another Share, Create, Inspire in the books. If you guys missed last month's, we had Christina Heiser made this card, and this is the Mediterranean blooms I was talking about. So very nice. So we've got that. All right, so what is tomorrow night? Tomorrow night is Stamp-A-Stack. We're going to do some drawings tomorrow night. Where did I put my phone? Here it is. The first hidden class of the month is what I have in my head. We're going to do the drawings for monthly creative challenge, class card challenge, all that good stuff. And so from last month, we'll do the drawing for Share, Create, Inspire. But just so you guys know where to find where you can share your cards, you want to go to my Facebook page, Cards by Christine. You go to events, and right now it's happening. It might be past already. So you might have to scroll down or go to the past events. And in the past events, here we go. Here it is. Wednesday, August 7th. When you click on it and you go to the discussion, I've already got it in here. Did you find inspiration in the Share, Create, and Inspire card class? Share your creations here by Saturday, August 31st at 11 p.m. to be entered into the drawing. So this is where you could click on your phone, take a picture like this. Oops, I have my flash on. Hang on, I think it'll look better without it. So because there's so much light, take your picture, guys. Like that. And then what you could do is go into the event, this post, and you comment. And you go to your pictures, and you would add a picture of it. So that's what it would take to get into the drawing for this giveaway that I have. And usually between 5 and 10 people submit cards, and I give a prize for one person to win. And that's what we're going to do for tomorrow night. I'll do the live drawing of people who submitted their cards from last month for July's Share, Create, Inspire. So there you go. That's how you would get in on the drawing for sharing. I will photograph both of these cards and also add them to the Facebook. If you guys are wanting to know an easy way to find out where the link for this video is, I already have it in here. So when you go to the Share, Create, Inspire, you can catch the replay for this class on YouTube here, and here it is live. So that's an easy way to find the video, is to know where the event is on my website. So yay, you guys like them both. Awesome sauce. Well, we did good. See? Even with all the front end stuff for about 50 minutes, we made my card here based off of Lisa's recipe. We did that in about 40 minutes. So I love quick, easy layouts like this. And I'm sure you guys are going to be seeing this layout for a class card coming up. I know it. And ink, paper, scissors, probably. This is a great layout because it gets to use a lot of designer paper. I love it. Coordinating designer paper. And otherwise, it could also be for a non-class, like a class that uses maybe this piece right here, and you wouldn't do both, but I could do it for a sweet class. So it's a great layout. I love it. Lisa, thank you so much for sharing your recipe. If you guys want to get a recipe from me, this is what you would do. If you go back to that event in my website, all you have to do is go where it says here, click here to be taken to the form. When you click on that form, you could sign up to get a recipe card for me, and I will put one in the mail for you. And then all I ask is you actually send it back to me. I'd have to say the return rate is about 60%. And you have to promise in there that you're going to return it to me. I guess I didn't put a time frame, so it could be still returned from people, but I would really appreciate that they get returned like within maybe 3 to 6 months. So, because after a year, I think that people forget. So if you are so inclined to get a recipe card, just make sure you get it back to me sooner rather than later. That would be awesome. So good. All right, I'm going to continue to work on emails and continue to get caught up on people that are waiting for answers. That's what my goal is for the next 2 or so hours. And then we are going to be tearing down a ceiling and some walls around 5 o'clock. So I'm going to be putting my utility belt on and some glasses on, and we're going to tear some stuff down. I'm going to plan to do a live with you guys at some point in the next day or two. Maybe I'll do a live before we tear the wall down so that I can show you what it looks like after we tear the wall down. So that'll be an impromptu YouTube live that I'll keep up for a little bit. So, I'm seeing ink on the wall. Ha, 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 ha. There's splatter all over the wall. Oh, that's funny. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed class today. It was fun to get together and stamp with you again on a Wednesday afternoon, the 7th. I'll see you back here in this seat, the hot seat, at 6 o'clock tomorrow for the Frames and Florets Stamp-a-Stack. Good stuff, good stuff. What is that? The 8th, that's the 8th. And then we'll be live on the 9th at 10 a.m. for the kit class. My kits are arriving tomorrow. They just were published by Stampin' Up! Yesterday. I was able to do a 2-day order, and they're on the docket to arrive tomorrow. So we'll be doing kit class at 10 a.m. on Friday. Wonderful. So, all right, you guys, lots of sunshine, love, and big hugs to you. We will see you the next time. Bye.